Dear viewers, let me speak about job application with curriculum vitae or job application with your biodata, or it can also be said as resume with the job application. See, job application should be included curriculum vitae also. That should not be separated from your job application. So majority of the students will make a mistake that first they write job application, then separately they put the resume or the biodata. So that's not the way. You have to include that resume inside the job application. It should not be separated. So this is one thing. Before this session, we discussed briefly on the kinds of questions and answers in the test we have to face in the examination, and writing skills different from text units. It's a practice. So now, with these objectives, we are going to learn how to prepare a job application with curriculum vitae. See, you have to learn how to prepare a job application, and you have to know its proper structure, and you have to know the norms to be adhered, and you have to know what to include. So these are the things you have to know while you are going to prepare a job application. ಒಂದು ಜಾಬ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನನ್ನು ನೀವು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ಜಾಬ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕು. ಅದರಾಗ ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಅದು ತನ್ನ ಒಂದು ರಚನೆಯನ್ನು ಹೊಂದಿರಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತು ನೀವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ನಿಯಮಗಳನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ನಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ನೀವು ಪಾಲಿಸಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಆ ನಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಪಾಲಿಸೋದು, ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ನಾರ್ಮ್ಸು, ಮತ್ತು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜಾಬ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಸೇರಿಸ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಕಲಿಯೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇನ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್. See, structure and norms differ from traditional and non-traditional job applications. Traditional never violates norms, but the non-traditional applications violate the norms according to our convenience. ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ನಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಈ ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲ್ ಲೆಟರ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ವೈಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲ್ ಲೆಟರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿತೀವಿ, ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ವೈಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ಬರಿತೀವಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಟು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸು ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಟಾಪ್ ಕಾರ್ನರ್ಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಟಾಪ್ ಕಾರ್ನರ್ಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಫ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸು. ಇನ್ನು ಟು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸು ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಫ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆದ ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಸಾಲಿನಿಂದ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದರೆ ನಾನ್ ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ ನಾನ್ ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ, ವಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅವರ್ ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯನ್ಸ್. ವಿ ಪುಟ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸಸ್ and signatures and names and all the things, dear sir and subject, all the things on one side, because it would be our convenience. So there we can make it easier to write than taking the cursor to other side, so that will make us to violate the norms. So now computer use ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಕರ್ಸರ್ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟು ಟು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಫ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಹೊಡೆಯೋದು, ಮತ್ತು ರೈಟ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಟು ಅಡ್ರೆಸ್ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸರ್ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ಯಾರಾಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಹೊಡೆಯೋದು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವೀನಿಯನ್ಸ್ಗಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಒಂದೇ ಸೈಡ್ ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಅದು ಇಟ್ ವುಡ್ ಬಿ ಈಸಿಯರ್. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈ ನಾನ್ ಟ್ರೆಡಿಷನಲ್ ಲೆಟರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ನಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ವಯೋಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So let us move on to the different norms. From address, on right side top of the paper. So right side top of the paper alli, top corner of the paper alli, you have to write the from address. And then to address, on left side top of the paper, only below the line where that to address ends. So there you have to begin your to address. Okay, so this is about addresses to be mentioned in job application, and those addresses should be complete. Means if correspondence is made to that address, and that address should take that letter to that particular place, so that should be in such a way. Then what are the exceptions? In online correspondence, both addresses can be written on the left side, one below the other. As I said earlier, it is non-traditional letter. There we easily violate the traditional rules, norms. Okay, then proposition of reverence with word sir or respected sir or dear sir. So ಒಂದು ಗೌರವ ಸೂಚಕವಾದ ಶಬ್ದವನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ, ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ, ಡಿಯರ್ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ. ದೆನ್ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಬಿಲೋ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಹೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್, ಒನ್ ಬಿಲೋ ದಿ ಅದರ್. ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟು ಮತ್ತು ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸು ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವೇನು ಸಲ್ಯೂಟೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ಅಥವಾ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಗೈತೋ ಅದರ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ, ಅದರ ಮುಂದೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮತ್ತು ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸು ಒನ್ ಬಿಲೋ ದಿ ಅದರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಸರ್, ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್, ದೀಸ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ರೋ ಆಫ್ ದೇರ್ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್. ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿನ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು, ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸಿನ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು, ಇವುಗಳಿಂದ ಇದು ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಹೊರಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಈ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿನ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿನ ಕೆಳಗೆ, ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸಿನ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸಿನ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು. So they should be outstandingly appearing in the letter, structure of the letter. So this is another norm. Then write your petition before you furnish CV model. So before you furnish your CV, curriculum vitae or biodata, details of your biodata, you will have to present a petition like this, with reference to the subject and the reference cited above. Hereby apply for the post of clerical assistant, furnishing my curriculum vitae as following for your kind perusal. So like that you have to write your petition. Then you move on to biodata. So write what all details you feel that they are necessary to be included in your application. You will have to make a list. So full name, you have to write your name, full name. Full name means if you have the initials, you should write the initials and write your name. If you have surname, you have to write your surname and your father name. So that is full name. Father's name, that should also be in fullness, that what is your father's name with initials or with surname. Then your date of birth has to be mentioned, and qualification with percentage of marks. So your qualification and percentage of marks, and the reservation to which category you belong to, you have to mention it, and mention your caste and religion. That's very important items, because in any government appointment, these are so much considered that on the basis of these you will get the appointment. That's why these are very important to be mentioned in the biodata. Then your permanent address should be given, because after your application is submitted to a concerned authority, the reply correspondence has to be done by that authority. So your permanent address should be there, and that address should be complete address. Then nationality, So I have mentioned here only a few of them. So there are many more things to be mentioned, like uh, languages known, and your additional qualification, and your experience, and what talents do you have. So these are all the things to be included in your biodata. But here I have just mentioned few of them which seem to be more important than anything else. And then any other additions can be made as you find necessary. As you find it is very necessary, you can make many other necessities. So after the details of your biodata are listed, you have to write a declaration. But don't write declaration in your application. That declaration is given here as a model. You see, all the details of my biodata are true to the best of my knowledge. If anything is found false, I shall be held responsible for action to be taken against me. So it is an attestation, self-attestation. If anything is found false, your application will be rejected. So that is what we call declaration, and this is a very, very important thing, and it is a statutory norm you have to write after your biodata. ಅಂದರೆ ನೀವು ಬಯೋಡಾಟಾನ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಆ ಬಯೋಡಾಟಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರೋ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸತ್ಯ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಬಯೋಡಾಟಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಅಸತ್ಯದಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿದರೆ, ಅಂದರೆ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರೆ, ತಪ್ಪಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸುಳ್ಳಾಗಿದ್ದರೆ, ನೀವು ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಬದ್ಧನಾಗಿರ್ತೇನೆ. ನನ್ನ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕ್ರಮ ತೆಗೆದುಕೋಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಯುಟರಿ ಅಟೆಸ್ಟೇಷನ್. ಇದೊಂದು ಅಟೆಸ್ಟೇಷನ್. ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಡಿಕ್ಲರೇಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಮೇಲೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಬದ್ಧರಾಗಿ ಇರುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅಟೆಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ, ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ದೆನ್ after declaration is over, see, declaration follows at its end date and place in the left side. So after declaration is over, on the left side below that declaration you have to write date and place, from which place you are sending this application. That place has to be mentioned. Then on the right side you will have to official code, yours faithfully, and below that you have to make your signature. You have to sign your signature. So that is the end of your job application. So for that job application, here I have given you a structure. With all the blanks I have given you a structure. If you just fill up with your words, fill up that blank with your words, that will become a beautiful job application. You see, here first job application begins with from address, and there from address ends, and on the other side, see, on the right side from address is written, on the left side after margin true address is written, and after true address is over, sir is written, and after that sir, end of sir, below, ahead of sir, below that sir, subject is written, and that subject has two lines, and that second line hasn't come under subject, so that has to be very carefully observed. And then reference is given below that subject. Even reference has also two lines. Even the second line has not come under reference. So that has to be observed very carefully. Then there is petition with reference to, so that petition is given here. It is in 3 lines, and if you fill up those 3 lines with your petition, then you have to fill up 1, 2, 3, 4 the details of your biodata. And after that, declaration. Don't write declaration there. Just to make you know that these lines are for declaration, I have mentioned there the word declaration. And in 2, 3 lines, write your declaration that I gave you a model before this model letter. And after that declaration is over, on the left side below declaration, you have to write date and place. And on the right side below declaration, you have to write official code, yours faithfully, and below that the signature is there. And this is the model of the structure of job application. So if you follow this, your job application would be very, very formulative as well, very appreciable one. You will get very good number of marks if you write this kind of job application in the examination. So after you came to know this structure and how to prepare a job application and what to include and how to write a declaration and where to sign and where to mention the date and where to mention the place. So all this, if you know, you will prepare job application on your own. You need not take anybody's help to prepare a job application. And also, you will know what is important in curriculum vitae, what you should not leave, what you should not exclude. So what is more important than anything else, that you came to know. And also, you will maintain proper structure of job application, because that proper structure of the application is very important, and that itself shows how you are performative, how you are eligible for that job you are applying for. With this, I would like to tell you, you refer that text business communication in English. There you will get more model job applications with which you can practice and make yourself perfect in preparing the job application with CV biodata. So with this much, I would like to put an end to this video. Thank you.